Let's move it along here. Texas was a team, too. Talk about backs up against the wall. Texas was a team that had their back up against the wall on the road at Mississippi State, trailed by as many as 17 points. We just saw the highlight. Hope Arch is okay, but a loss here would have eliminated, or all but eliminate, Texas from the SEC race and the college football playoff race. I guess credit to Texas for having their biggest comeback win since 2007, but it feels like we're kind of saying the same things about this Texas team week in and week out. Let's start with Arch. I asked you in the highlight, best game that you've seen him play this year. I think the answer is yes, but why?
Without a doubt. I mean, I think just really the pace and rhythm that he played with in this game was the biggest thing, right? We haven't seen that all year from him. Just his ability to dissect what the defense was doing, make quick decisions, get the football out of his hands, and you just see just the amount of attempts that he had. Hey, 29 completions. It's good. And we got to remember that he's still a young man. He's still learning on the job in one of the toughest conferences in all of football. But his toughness, his pocket movement, his ability to make some really good throws on the run that we saw in the low red zone were impressive. And he's gaining confidence. I think the Oklahoma game really was a great restart for him to feel better about himself and to realize that, yeah, hey, Arch, you're great. The name is great. There's no doubt about it. You're playing for a brand beyond, right, Texas's brand. But still, it is about just the collective whole, right? And I think he understands that. Sark understands that more. And we saw Sark go into his bag a little bit more with plays that we saw were effective for Arch last year. The fake receiver screens, the pump and goes, right? Getting him out of the pocket, separating him from the line of scrimmage and able to kind of see the field a little bit more clearly. So those are things that hopefully he recovers well from this concussion, because that's unfortunate, right? His best game of the year, and he gets banged up at the end of it. So we'll see how that plays out for him, but good things trending offensively, especially for the quarterback.
You said, hold on real quick, you said that Arch is gaining more confidence as he plays on these road environments.
Yeah.
Do you guys also think that Sark is gaining more confidence in his quarterback, and maybe that has allowed him to go deeper into his bag, as it were, to call some of these plays?
Yeah, there's definitely an aspect of that, right? There is that part of it. And I think for Sark, it's more so about learning how to choreograph the play calls that fit what does well for Arch, right? Because it's like, hey, we can have the same playbook, but the way that I call it's going to be different than the way that you call it, Sam.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing. Now it's like he's had enough time away from Quinn Ewers. He's had enough time now with Arch, and he understands, okay, these are the buttons I need to push to motivate him. These are the plays I need to run to keep him in rhythm, and these are the ways that I can take advantage of his athletic ability. And we're seeing also a young skill group that is getting better week by week, and an offensive line that is starting to finally gel a little bit and protect him better.
Yeah, and you saw that just through the box score in the game script.
Yeah.
Arch Manning in the first half, 99 yards passing. Arch Manning in the second half, 257 yards passing with 169 in the fourth quarter. I think part of that, Sam, to your question about Arch trusting him or maybe going in his bag a little bit more, when your back's up against the wall, you got to start throwing some haymakers. You got to just YOLO it and listen, I don't know if I should call this play, but we're down 17. I might as well just dial this up. What do you know? Arch is throwing a bomb for a touchdown. They were down 17 points, and they became the first team to overcome first SEC team, to overcome a 17 deficit in a conference game since 2013. So this is something that hasn't happened in a while, and it was all with Arch being trusted by Sark. The offensive line stepping up, protecting him a little bit more because he was sacked twice in the first half. And then in the second half, Arch got a lot more protection, right? The defense was able to step up because it wasn't just something where the offense did everything. It was all three phases of the game.
That's right. Niblets,
Ryan
return again.
Punt return. Huge. The defense, they had 6 sacks in this game. 4 of them came within the final 2 minutes of the game itself. And then when you look at the net total rushing yards from Mississippi State in the second half, how many did they have, Matt?
Man, not a lot.
Negative 31 net rushing yards.
Less than that.
It was tackle for loss after tackle for loss for this Texas defense. They stepped up in all 3 phases, and I think this was a dogfight for Texas. And it showed us their toughness because Sark said it after the game. This showed us how tough we are as a team. I think he was talking a little bit out the side of his mouth. He said this is the toughest team that I've ever had at this program, but yet to be determined.
Is there any credence to the Sark NFL situation here? I know his agent came out and said that it's not true.
This is a college football show, and we're going to talk more. No, I'm kidding. I mean, honestly, hey, he's a good football coach. He's been in the pros before, so I wouldn't be shocked that was the case of him being in consideration for it. But more importantly, hey, let's just stay in the here and the now. And Sark, I think, being down the way that Skubie mentioned, that gave him, the offense, I think a little bit of like, hey, we're losing. Let's just go. Let's just cut it loose. Let's just do some things here and play aggressive. The most concerning thing about this game is more so just the explosive plays that the Texas defense gave up. This is a unit that I keep telling you guys, like, it's a good defense. It's a good defense. It's hard for me to make that case, Texas fans, when Mississippi State is just throwing the football all over the yard against you guys. I know the sacks are important, but man, it was ugly at times for this defense.
I maybe have more confidence in the defense to flip things around. What we needed to see was the offense to do it, because in their 4 road games this year, they had averaged 15 points per game, which was the 4th worst in all of FBS in the road.